Hello, everybody. My name is Corey Rosen, and this is the Story Podcast Single Reviews, a show where local musicians can send in their singles for us to review. We take 3 of those random and review them, highlight them, and give our thoughts on them. Today, I have on a super awesome guest, Mr. Alex Stanilla.
Hello.
Who are you?
Local artist, record label, compiler, song compiler for charitable things.
Yeah, talk about that a little bit. You have one that'll be out by now, by the time this is out.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So every couple holidays, so Christmas, Valentine's, summer one, whatever one pops up, and Halloween, do a charity compilation album with mostly local artists, some people from different places, and all the proceeds go to a local animal clinic or shelter situation, and then try to make them all themed around the holidays. So this one will be love songs, and that's a pretty loose, we'll take whatever we can get.
Right.
But yep. So Some Bite. It's called Some Bite Records. All bark, some bite.
So yeah, if you are interested in any of those coming up, I guess the next time, by the time this will be out, will be St. Patrick's Day or maybe 4th of July.
Yeah, probably 4th of July.
And then Halloween or whatever. So if you want to go check that out, where can people do that? Can they do that at your website?
Yep, it's somebiterecords.com as well as somebiterecords.bandcamp.com.
Is that Bite B-I-T or B-Y-T-E?
B-I-T.
So be sure to check that out. Today we have on 3 really diverse groups today. The first up we have, we're going to see, it is going to be, spin that wheel.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we got a little spinny wheel here.
Wow.
And it is going to be With You by the Frost Duo. The Frost Duo is a Scranton-based smooth jazz and rock duo comprised of Leah-Beth Evans on vocals and Christian Gratz as a multi-instrumentalist. The group was named CPMA's Best Jazz Group and performs all throughout Central PA, Northeast PA, and parts of New York, New Jersey, and Tennessee. They write and play their own music, and this song, To Be With You, was recorded by Matt Jenkins. To Be With You is a feel-good song about love at first sight. So with that said, this is To Be With You by the Frost Duo.
Tell me what you're doing next year, 'cause I need
To Be With You by the Frost Duo. Alex, what do you think?
Oh, that's awesome.
That's sick.
That's great. Yeah.
I must say that what a great modern jazz piece. That
Yes.
could be a standard, no problem.
Yeah.
I really do think so. And the chord progression was really cool.
It is. Yeah.
That was in the lyrics. The melody was catchy, even though it was with a weird different chord progression.
Yes. Yeah. It was like a nice blend of familiar and like ear candy.
Yeah. And speaking of the ear candy, the guitar licks
Oh
and
yeah, and just like subtle. They're not in your
yeah,
face. They're like a you know, like a little, just like a touch of a
little
garnish.
spice.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Christian Gratz definitely knows what he's doing with his guitar, and he has a synesthesia too. So I was wondering what
Oh,
he envisions while playing that piece.
wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you know what kind of?
he described it to me that he sees it's based on pitch, so he kind of sees the waves as it
Oh
were.
wow.
So different different pitches, different frequencies are different colors for
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So I thought that was really cool. So I'm really curious to see how, what he thinks of that piece.
yeah. What color all that was?
Yeah, and speaking of color and timbre, the keys on that were great as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
All of it. Dude, that's no wonder they're an award-winning band from right here in Pennsylvania.
Right here. Yeah. Just
What
right up
would you
the
give
road.
that out of 10, do you think?
Oh boy. I'd say a solid 8.5.
Yeah, well, what would have made it better?
If it's, I love short songs.
Mm.
4 minutes for me nowadays. My attention span is just kaput. Um, yeah. So if it's just like a little, yeah, just like trim down a hair here or there, I that would have been a solid 10 for me.
What'd
But
you think about the fade out at the end? That's
oh,
a
that's really nice. Very 70s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't hear that a whole lot anymore.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking that. I was like, wow, what a brave choice, really.
I will say though, my friend DJ'd a wedding and they wanted all 60s and 70s songs. And he's like, they have the longest, slowest fade outs. And he
Yeah.
was like, almost the end of every song, it would just be like, it just sort of like slowly dying down. He just kind of stand there and be like, this is what you guys wanted. I mean, I guess he as the DJ could have,
He could have ramped up
but
something
he
else.
didn't, yeah, he had no idea what he was doing. It was just like, so the slow fade out can be dangerous in
Can be
some
dangerous.
settings,
But
but it worked really well here.
I really like that. Yeah, because it also didn't sound like it would have a place to end either.
Yeah, right.
So
Yep.
a great
That's
choice, really smart. Love the last chorus where it went into this new explored territory,
hmm
and it was almost like they were together now.
Yeah, right.
So really great and really great adaptation for the melody at the end as well. Really enjoyed that. Up next, for me, I'd say that's a 9 for me.
Nice.
I really enjoyed that.
Nice.
I'd listen to that on repeat. I expect that's going on my playlist.
What
Uh,
could make it a 10?
what could make it a 10? You know, I'm a sucker for harmony
Oh, okay.
because that was no harmony in that entire
Right.
piece.
Right.
Um,
That is interesting.
so even if it was just oohs or ahs,
Right.
stuff like that, the stuff that would make it a little bit more lovey-dovey, as it were,
Mm-hmm.
being a love song, actually.
Right.
And Frost Duo, maybe you could put it on to your compilations
Sure. Yeah, that'd be
um,
amazing.
afterwards, because I just think it would have been really nice to hear the oohs or the ahs,
Mm-hmm.
especially with that chord progression. You can probably make some really interesting lines
Oh my
between it.
goodness, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and make it just feel even that more feel goody,
Mm-hmm.
more ear candy,
Right.
because it's an ear candy song, really.
Maybe it'd be interesting for the composition to maybe take, as the song progresses, take out one of the elements, take out either the guitar or keys, and replace it with like a stacked harmony or something. You know what I
Right.
mean? Something like that could be interesting.
Yeah. Well, great job, Frost
Oh
Duo.
my goodness, yeah.
Really good job. Absolutely. Up next, let's see who we have. We have spinning the wheel. Looks like it's gonna be Rascal Revival. Put your shoes on. Rascal Revival is a 6-piece band made up of R.J. Conrad on vocals, Jake Joyce on electric guitar, Henry Dvorak on bass, Jeff Furman on drums, Eric I mess up this name all the time. I'm really sorry. I think it's Dialmedia on saxophone,
Looks right.
Caleb Stell on violin. This is Put Your Shoes On. This was written with his 4-year-old daughter.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, RJ is a really great friend of the show. He's been on the show, and so is the Frost Duo as well. Actually, all almost half of his band have been on his show
Nice.
at one point or another. So be sure to go check out those episodes. And he talked about this a lot on the podcast, writing this single,
Nice.
about how he was just writing with his daughter and saying, okay, what do we want to do? We want to put on our shoes. Okay, well, what are we gonna do before that? Grab a drink of water. Maybe you'll need something on the way out. So really, really cool, wholesome song. This is Rascal Revival's Put Your Shoes On.
Reading, writing, and rest. Maybe go grab a snack too. Some fuel for your mind and fuel for your body. Who knows what you might find when you run around, run away, walk it off, seize the day, put your shoes on, take a step in the right way. If you want to be happy, don't be something you're not. Not all lessons are learned in school. Some you'll just figure out. Keep your body moving. You see, you can't go without. So run around, run away, walk it off, seize the day, put your shoes on, take a step in the right way.
And that was "Put Your Shoes On" by Rascal Revival. Alex, what do you think?
Very nice. Give me Rusted Root vibes.
Really?
Remember that?
I'm not familiar with Rusted Root.
Pick me up.
Oh yeah. Okay. Send me on my way.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's that one. That
Yep,
one.
yep,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
very much so that way.
Yeah, very throwbacky, but also like modern. Had like a very 90s, but also very now blend going on, which is nice.
Yeah, and just the two different styles that were like put into that piece. You had the the first style, which was very much more folky kind of centered, and then you had this really spacey adventure-y.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
It was like you were putting on your shoes and then going out somewhere.
Right. Yes.
Right?
Yep.
And I had another comment on that. It was I think I'll mention the chorus first. I think it's a little bit cluttered in the first chorus. I was thinking that a little bit. There was a little bit too much going on. But when the chorus stopped, going in a new direction the right way, I think is the line. After that was cut off. It cuts out and then it comes back, and it almost sounds like a door's closing, like you're walking away. Because it wasn't any big drum fill. It was just a ba-doom, and it goes back on into it. So I thought that was kind of cool. And like you said, he wrote this with his daughter, and it kind of, I don't know if you were listening to the lyrics, but this is kind of almost could be metaphorical or like figurative, very much so. And I thought that was really cool that you could take that and think, getting your life together, putting on your shoes, getting ready to go for a day. You gotta prepare for yourself. Do like that kind of line.
Right.
What did you think of the instrumentation?
It's
the
really,
arrangement.
yeah, it's really cool. I was trying to see if there. I mean, I didn't hear any keys, but I was like looking to see if there's a keyboard player. But I really liked. I feel like between the very percussive, like acoustic, and then the more like spacey electric, it did kind of. It gave me like. Between those two, gave me a feeling of what a keyboard player would be doing to fill up that space.
You think it needed a keyboard player?
No, I think that
Okay.
I couldn't tell if I was hearing keys because I feel like it occupied like a very similar space that like a Rhodes or something would be between the two different guitars. So I think that they were just placed really well and gave me that like kind of, it was like a very percussive and melodic at the same time between the two guitar parts, which was really cool.
Yeah. There's one other thing that I had to say is that the harmonies could have been a little bit tighter. Not that they were off pitch, but the words were a little off. But that's a small critique. I think everything else was pretty cool. What do you think out of 10?
I give it an 8.5.
Really? What made it better? What would make that better?
Yeah, I think like you said, some tightening up here and there, like a little bit of housekeeping. I really liked that spacey part. And I did feel like coming out of it, it kind of dragged for a little bit. Like it just went back to it sounded like the intro again. We were back to the intro, which is an interesting choice. Because it's like we're right back to where we started. But coming out of that spacey part, I really wanted to hear something like huge. Like I wanted to hear almost like I just wanted to really
like climax.
Yeah, like really almost, I don't want to say like a gang vocal, but maybe having the daughter sing the chorus there. You know what I mean? I wanted to hear a lot more voices and a lot more. I just wanted it to be like this epic thing.
Go all out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we're outside now. We're having a great time, and like we have our shoes on, and like we're all ready for the day. But I feel like it just didn't quite have that energy at the end that I was looking for.
I'll agree with that because this has been set up as a song to put on your shoes. all right, we spent the whole first part of the song, actually preparing for the day, almost about to put on our shoes. We put on our shoes, we go on this adventure, and then you're right. It's almost as if we cut back to the beginning where we don't have our shoes on anymore.
Yeah.
Instead, where we can land off of, we have our shoes on, we're here, we're doing stuff, and we had a great day
Yes.
because of it. And so I'll agree with that. I'll put that as I think a 7. I really like the song. It's a great tune, but I do agree with you that more could have been done.
Mm-hmm.
More could have been done for the song. Be sure to check out Rascal Revival. They do really great stuff and a really unique sound as you can hear.
Definitely. Yep.
For sure. So up next, let's see who we got as our last single.
Well, I know.
I know. Yeah, we all know. It's gonna be Ford the River. I've fallen and I can't get up.
Kind of works with the shoes thing.
It kind of works with the shoes thing.
But your shoes aren't tied and you fall over. No.
Indeed. By the way, these are all random. They are all random, but we pre-record things here to make things smoother. So yeah, Ford the River is a self-described a grumpy old dad punk band from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, who released their debut album in 2021. And I'm not sure if this is still true, but at the time they submitted this was their latest release, and it is "I've Fallen and I Can't Get Up," a first-person account of an unexpected panic attack. And on this, it's Kevin Warner. He's lead vocals, and I'm gonna butcher this last name. It's Matt Bozovic.
That looks right.
I'm gonna go with that. I'm sorry, Matt. He's on the guitars and the BGVs. Chad Hogue, who's been on the show, one of our first members. I think his episode is number 13. I could be wrong on that, but he was one of our first few. He's on bass and BGVs, and Alex Bozovic. Once again, I'm not sure if that's pronounced right, but he's on drums. John Smith from the Kaleidoscope did the tracking and mixing, and Ryan Schwabe did the mastering. With that said, this is "I've Fallen and I Can't Get Up" by Ford the River.
Palms are sweaty, hands are shaking. I'm not feeling right. The seats are steady, can shake the feeling that it's just my time. I started stumbling, just get moving. I should find my wife. Walls are crumbling, head on the pavement for the rest of my short life. Head is swimming, vision is thinning. I stumbled out this way, sad as ever, not so clever. Now here alone I lay, looking for someone. What have I done? Watch out for that car. I cracked my rib now, I don't know how. I just fell down so hard. Will anyone remember me? I'm sure this is the end I see. Down on this concrete floor, it feels so comfortable to me. Down on this concrete floor, here on this concrete floor, I can finally feel free. Such a dumbass, I failed science class. What is wrong with me? Full of hubris, just get through this. How dumb can I be? Playing doctor, what's the bother? Thinking that I know. For all my thinking, can't stop blinking. I'm passing out, let's go. Will anyone remember face down on this concrete floor.
And that was I've Fallen and I Can't Get Up by For the River. Alex, what do you think?
Yeah, it's cool stuff. I'm so glad I know that John from the Kaleidoscope, going into it that he produced this, because having worked with him a couple times, I really heard the snare. Like, he has a very particular snare sound that he like obsesses over, and I really heard it. As soon as I heard like the drums, I was like, yeah, that's cool. That I feel like John's got that down. Yeah.
That's awesome. I really enjoyed the different changes in between the style, where it was really, really, really fast and then it kind of hit a halftime feel.
Yeah.
That was really cool. I really enjoyed that a lot. And it just kept everything fresh and new. And it wasn't, because here's what I have a gripe with metal music, because it can be so much
Yes.
all
right,
the time.
right,
Go, go,
right,
go, go all the
right.
time. Snares always on one and one and three.
Yeah.
And it's always in your face, and it's always cymbal smashing. But For the River does a really good job of really breaking that mold and giving you something to actually listen to and pay attention to.
Yeah, it's very dynamic, and
Yes.
it starts off very isolated vocal and a little bit of guitar, and then brings into this full sound. So yeah, we're really we're going all over the place in really cogent kind of way.
Yeah, in the best way. What I think really metal should aspire to be. There is a place for the same thing over and over again, but to my ears, I don't like it. Because I have ADHD, I get bored. But this really catches my attention. There were some things that I had to say about it, though. There was the rhymes really good. I'm really glad that they fit in a rhyme for every line. It was in between the line, and then so it's ahead of swimming, vision is thinning. I stumbled out this way, and so it's like an AAB, and then sad as ever, not so clever, and now here I lay. So it's CC and then B. A really great rhyming scheme, and it's consistent throughout. I was really impressed by that, how they were able to keep that going. One of the lyrics though that I thought was a little bit weird. It was looking for someone, and then it was just the cadence that it landed on in the song. It was looking for someone. What have I done? That's what I wanted to hear, but I think it was something else. Looking for someone. What have I done? It was a little bit rushed in the end. But at the same time, now that I'm thinking about it, that's kind of how you feel once you've done something. Oh, what have I done?
Yes, right.
So maybe that was a part of it. Either way, it sounded weird to my ear. It caught my ear at that time. And then one of them I thought was a little bit forced was I'm such a dumbass. What is it? Failed science class. I thought that sounded a little bit forced in the recording. But still, overall, I think it was great. I really love the rhythm changes between each line of the verses. The first two lines would be that really, really fast thing, and then the second two lines of the verse would be the more halftime feel. That was great. Love that. And a really great progression before the bridge hit. I don't know if you caught that. Where it was I don't know what key this was in, but it sounded like they held the root note and just kept building up off of that, and that was really cool. That was a technique I have not heard in metal, and I've always kind of wanted to hear in metal, or punk rock. So it was really, really nice to hear different influences within one song.
Yes, right.
You have anything else to say about that?
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it, production-wise, sounded awesome.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Good job. Kudos to the Kaleidoscope.
Yeah, I loved, tonally. I feel like it all was in very much like a frequency range. All the instruments were just in a spot where
They owned it.
yeah, they really, you heard everything, but also was very glued together. Very punchy. Very much felt. I don't want to say felt like a panic attack, but it gives
Yeah,
that.
it's there.
And that was the other thing too, is I really like the juxtaposition of it is a very upbeat song in major that has like kind of a cheery, sunny. You could be hanging out at a pool party listening to that, or you could be in a not so great place listening to it, and it's always cool to hear the dichotomy between the lyrics, what's going on, and then what's actually happening musically.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, really great balance there as well, and it's really catchy.
yes, yeah,
It's really
yeah,
catchy. So
yeah.
either way, whatever space you're in, I'm pretty sure you can connect. I can't imagine what it'd be like at a concert singing that bridge over and over
Oh
again.
yeah, yes.
Right?
Oh, that'd be awesome live.
Yeah, that would be really great live, and I really do like the lyrics. It does go through of what a person would feel like in a panic attack, and allegedly this is written from the first person perspective of that happening. Sorry to whoever that happened to, but great source material, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So out of 10, what do you think?
I'm getting an 8.5.
Again. What would make it better?
Did have one note. I think I really just wanted to hear bigger voice in the chorus. Like a little bit more stacked harmonies maybe. I didn't feel like I was getting a differentiate like a
There wasn't a difference between the vocals in the verses and the vocals in the chorus.
yeah, I just wanted to hear a little bit, just something else, like another, and I think there was some layers there. I just didn't hear it as much as I wanted to. And I love gang vocals. I think I brought that up in the last song. This definitely, I think, was a song that I wanted to hear a big, everybody singing along at the end, kind of. As cliche as that probably is in this genre now, I wanted to hear that. But other than that,
There's a reason why things are cliche, and it's because they
yeah,
work.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you there. The vocals at some points were a little hard to hear, but I feel like that just comes with the nature of punk rock.
Yeah, yeah.
It's everything is loud for the most part, and like you said, there was great dynamics in this as well, which is something rare within the punk metal scene. So I do agree with you. A little bit louder in the chorus, a little bit more oomph going into it. Yeah, vocally for sure. I give this. I would give this a solid 8. What would I think make it better? I wanted to hear somebody shred.
Oh, cool. Like a solo?
Yeah.
Cool.
Because imagine all the cool things you could do trying to portray what's happening on a guitar.
Yeah.
You could do so many things.
Right.
Pick slides, harmonics, whatever.
Maybe even some dissonance here.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Just little artistic things, and knowing this band, that's
Yeah.
fun.
So is there these are the lyrics
are the
here.
lyrics
So
here,
maybe
yeah.
instead of the third verse, you would have wanted to hear a guitar solo there, possibly.
That or in the lead up to the bridge, because the chord progression led a lot of room for something to be there.
Yes, right.
And so you could have done all sorts of cool things with shredding guitars and really like slapped people in the face with that metal kind of shredding.
Right.
And leading into the gang vocals, which I think would have been led really nicely.
Right.
So that's what I think would have elevated it for me, and all the little nitpicky stuff that I had, and granted, the points don't matter. Like, whose line is it anyways? It's all subjective here. We just like showing off the local musicians, because as you can see from these 3 songs, we have great talent here across all genres. So if you're a musician and want to have your song reviewed, you can do that at CoreyRosenProductions.com. That's CorYrosen Productions.com. Just go to the story tab and to the single reviews tab. You can submit your stuff there. Be sure to check out Alex at all of his places, AlexStanilla.com. You got Soundbite, that is sound and then BIT.
Some Bite Records.
Songbite.
Some.
SOME.
Yes.
Bite.
Yeah.
BIT. No E?
Yeah, BITE.
BITE. where you can go and check out all of the charity albums that he's working on, and for future updates on future album charity releases.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any new stuff coming out? You surely, I think you do.
I was actually just talking to somebody about that today. I was March. I was gonna have. Oh yeah. What's today? Today's the 13th. So yeah, I have a folk side project coming out on the 22nd.
Yeah, so be tuned. Be tuned. Be tuned in for that, because you do some great work as well.
Thanks, Corey.
Of course. With all this said, this has been the Story Podcast Single Reviews. Be sure to check us out. And with all that said, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. See you guys later. Bye.
Bye.